Hello, I'm MrZinkz and welcome back to my video. Today, we're going to be spending some time working the field to feed my family and restocking the shop. There are a few things I've been meaning to restock at Zinkz Resources for a while now that I've been putting off since it isn't purchased as much, so it's been sitting on the back burner, so it seems like this is an excellent use of time. I also at some point in this video need to make a little redstone contraption. And when I say redstone contraption, I'm using it lightly, as in some hoppers and composters into a chest. I never really used composters before, so I'd like to give that a try and see if it's actually worthwhile. Because I tend to just throw out all the seeds after I'm done replanting, so if we can turn that into some bone meal, that'd probably be more beneficial. And feel free to drop a comment down below of suggestions you'd like to see in the future videos. And bear with me, as I haven't done video editing since I was in high school, so it's been a few years since, but just wait. The quality of the videos will keep getting better as I get back into the flow of things. I'll say, 12-year-old me is throwing his fist in the air, upset, because it's taken actually way too long for me to start making Minecraft content. You know, this has been a goal of mine for a long time, and I'm just happy and having fun creating this content so far. And as always, the server IP will be down below in the description, as well as the server's Discord and store page. I hope to start seeing some new faces around the server. If you've never really played a bending server before, make sure to go check out my bending tutorials for each of the elements. The Project Core plugin is just amazing, and they have a hardworking team of developers that have been working on this plugin for a long time now. And I'm just so glad that the bending community is still around, and a goal of mine is to help bring more players into the fold. This has been my main addiction since like 2011, 2012. I can't believe how much time has passed since I first started playing bending servers, and getting to see new players is exciting, and yeah, it's always nice to see. Now, recently we got some new updates on the server. Avatar and chi blocking were added, so let me yap about that for a second. So, Avatar. Once a week you get a chance to get selected to be the avatar for a week. And there are a few qualifications you need to meet before getting selected, but don't worry, it's nothing like you have to apply for it or anything. All you have to do is have a total of at least 2 hours of playtime that week to get selected. Additionally, you need to have at least all the base moves of each element unlocked, which I believe is around level 200 when you would be able to get all the base moves unlocked. Now, 200 sounds a little daunting, but it really doesn't take that long, especially since there are generally 3 times XP boosters going on the server throughout the week from the players who donated to get the Lotus rank. So you will rack up levels quickly if you play during those times. If you're a very, very casual player, it might take you 2 to 3 weeks to get to level 200-ish, but if you're someone like me who plays nonstop, you could very well get there within a few days. Anyways, the third requirement is it can't be an alt account, which most of you don't have to worry about. Getting avatar is fun. You'll get all the elements at your disposal and some cool avatar moves like Avatar State and Elemental Sphere. Now, for chi blocking, thank the gods, it was finally added. For me at least, it was the final missing puzzle piece for the server. I was always weirded out there wasn't chi on the server, as basically all bending servers had chi, but now that it got added, the server is complete. If you haven't played chi and you need help learning it, I may be inclined to make a bending tutorial for it. The only reason I hadn't made one is, well, it's just punching for most of those. So it's not exactly something interesting to watch, but if y'all want a video for it, I will find a participant to film that video for and abuse them with cheat blocking for a video so y'all can learn and understand how it works. I promise it's not boring. It sounds boring since it's generally all punching, but you can become a very advanced chi blocker and take out some of the best benders with chi. And it is very satisfying as you watch them squirm to get away from you without their bending moves. I always recommend players to try it out and all the other elements too to see what works best for you. Alright, let's build this composter mechanism contraption thing. I have a simple design in mind, so it's just going to be a double chest, 4 hoppers connecting into the chest, 4 composters over those, 4 more hoppers over those, and then just like single chests over the top of those hoppers. Pretty easy. I should have done this a long time ago, honestly. That took me 2 seconds. So let's just fill these up and see how they work. And I want to check, okay. I had to check to make sure that like normal beetroots work. I wasn't sure if it's just seeds or if it's just like any food item. I don't understand it entirely. I've never bothered looking into this. I'm sorry. But it looks like we can just do it all. So we're just gonna throw everything in here and let's get some bone meal. I'm starting to learn that yapping may not be my best talent. How do people sit and talk for hours and hours on end without stopping? It's beyond me. Perhaps it is a skill that I will learn over time, but I shall persevere as I am MrZinkz, owner of P-Warp Zinkz Resources, master waterbender, accomplished builder, and soon to be yapper extraordinaire. We will have to keep adding more titles to my name. I would like my introduction to take 5 minutes as people glaze me for how wonderful I am. I can't help it. I am a Leo sun after all. I am the sun. I fear I may be going off topic, or perhaps I am on the right topic of learning to yap. One of the big questions thrown around the server in recent time is, when is the server going to reset and get a new survival map? And I concur. When will it be? Because I really want to get into the meat of my YouTube channel with my EtherealCraft Let's Play. That is the goal. But I fear I started this too late into my current survival playthrough now, as I already have a fully built town. Do I just abandon it and start fresh and then start making that Let's Play series, or should I wait? And if I wait, then what is it that I do to keep creating content? Well, that's the thing that's been boggling my mind in recent times. And that's where you, the viewer, come in. I do wish for any and all feedback from y'all and ideas. I will take anything into heavy consideration. I do have a few more fun videos planned to come out soon. I will not say when, but I really want to post frequently. And when I say frequently, it probably won't be every day, but the goal, perhaps, is at least weekly. I shall keep throwing stuff at the wall until something sticks, or I have to go buy drywall to repair the wall because I broke it. As well, do y'all prefer the edited videos, or perhaps should I start live streaming and then once the live stream ends, have it post to my YouTube channel? So many things to think of and consider. I'm also sitting on the idea of buying a new computer. I would very much enjoy to film with shaders, which hypothetically I can do it with my current setup, but I might only hit a max of 40 FPS on the lowest of low settings. So is it really worthwhile then to film with shaders? More things to consider. Alright, after that little detour to Vlad's piglin farm, you can just use his P-warp to get there. Really good for collecting XP and stuff. The next thing on the list to do, collect sand. Now, earlier I went and collected a bunch of gravel. We need to restock the concrete shop. Not all of it, but we need to do it. So we're gonna get a bunch of sand, and then we're gonna head over back to the shop and make some concrete. Okay, we collected a bunch of sand, which should suffice for now. Let's head back home and get some of the gravel and get dyeing our concrete. Now, in my concrete shop, I just sell the powdered version, as once it's made into the concrete, you can't get the powdered variant, so it's just easier to sell the powder, and then whoever buys it can turn it into the concrete and keep some of it as powder if they need it for their build. Leave a comment after the video of what your favorite concrete color is and which ones you would use the most in your builds. I'm curious about if there are certain colors that people just don't like using at all. Personally, I love using concrete blocks in my builds. They can really brighten up your build if you use them right. Also, now with the composter, we have a good supply of white dye for the concrete when we're making it, so I see that as a benefit now. Y'all, don't be a Zinkz and sleep on composters. Or maybe I was the only one wasting all my resources, throwing them out when I could have been collecting free bone meal. I do love wasting things, though. Personally, it's a specialty of mine. Now, let me tell you, running P-Warp Zinkz Resources is my second job. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication keeping everything in stock. Last I checked, I sell at least 300 different items, and that's only at Zinkz Resources. My other shop, P-Warp Zinkz Luxuries, sells another 30 to 40 different items as well. Now, make sure to check that shop out as well. The second floor has every type of armor trim in the game, and as well, I have most of the bending armor for sale and mythic weapons. May be a little bit on the pricier side of things, but it is worthwhile stuff. It is more expensive since you get those out of spirit vessels, and they have a very, very low drop chance. So it is the place to go to if you have a hole burning in your pocket. Back in the day, I remember when Zinkz Resources used to be a small, quaint shop above my chest room in my house, but I really turned it around and made it into the best shop on the server. With a little dedication, you can make your dreams and ideas happen. Believe in the power of yourself and just do it. Be bold and go create amazing towns and create some awesome shops to compete against mine. I love to see it when people put their hard work and shine. Maybe in another video, I'll have to give a tour of my first base on the server. It's been long abandoned, but that's actually where Zinkz Resources was actually born. And it was in my first base, but my mine was at a little small place, and I only sold wood, ores, and a few stones like granite and andesite. It is nice to think back to those times and see just how far you've come in your journey during your survival playthroughs. Okay, so next up on the list, we need stone, and a lot of it. We always need so many resources. Anyhow, I flew a little bit out, and I found like a pretty nice stone beach to just mine up. So let's just quickly hit the time lapse and enjoy collecting some stone. Alright, I had to get the chat game. You know me, I love chat games. And I gotta win. Well, we got all the stone we needed. So let's just head over to our chest, get it restocked, put the excess away, and that will pretty much conclude this video. Thanks for watching today. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.